The particular statement that life is unfair is absolutely not true, because life will only be unfair to you if you are unfair with other people's lives. In my whole life, I was very disciplined and honest in anything I did. I never did anything wrong with other people, I can say that. And maybe that's why God has given me this opportunity. Hello everyone, my name is Moni and I am from Guwahati, Assam, and this is the first video of my YouTube channel. Actually, the plan was to start the video day after tomorrow, but I have started it today because I wanted to start my first video from my home. So the thing is, I am going to Australia day after tomorrow. Today is 22nd of June and I'm going to Australia in the 24th of June. I've been trying so hard for it for the past 10 months and finally it's been confirmed, so I'm so happy about that. Not just me, many people have worked so hard for it, and thanks to each and every person who has worked so hard for me, and also thanks to each and every person who genuinely wished well for me. And I promise to each and every genuine well-wisher of mine that I'll not take this opportunity for granted and I'll work hard each and every day to achieve my end goal. So yeah, thank you again. And obviously, I have met each and every person in Guwahati who genuinely wished well for me, like my family members, my friends in gym, Sosinda, Saitekbo video, and my school friends who came to meet me, and special mention to Dolonda, because he is the most genuine person I've met in my life. I mean, I don't have a sibling, but I feel that if I had a big brother, it would have been Dolonda, because he's the only person I've met in my life whose mindset is exactly same like me. Dolonda, Saitekbo video, aru contact number apna pothia asu moi. And people always ask me that why can't you ever skip gym sessions, why do you have to be so consistent and all. My answer to that is, each and every small thing that we take for granted in life has to be earned. For example, your walking and running and moving without any pain has to be earned. Each and every gram of food that you are eating every day has to be earned. Not in terms of money, but in terms of your physical activity. Every intangible thing has to be earned, like discipline, dedication, integrity, honesty, blah 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 blah. You can't take all those things from anyone. Okay, so I've spoken a lot, so let's get to the gym session. So the first exercise is incline dumbbell bench press. In this exercise, your elbows should be tucked slightly inwards. Don't flare out your elbows, because if you flare out your elbows, the majority of the load will be shifted from your chest to your shoulder. And also try to control the eccentric part of the movement to get the maximum mind muscle connection. Next is the flat dumbbell bench press. The principles of this exercise is also the same. Don't flare out your elbows too much and control the eccentric part of the movement. And also the retraction of your shoulder blades is also important in both the inclined and flat dumbbell bench presses. Next is the machine chest fly. This is an isolation movement, so your angle of the elbows should be fixed. If you push the weight with the elbows while doing the movement, your shoulders will be engaged and it will change the isolation movement to a compound movement, which you don't want. Next is the dumbbell overhead press. Important point to note here is you have to retract your shoulder blades before doing the exercise to engage the shoulder joint, and also you have to control the eccentric part of the movement to get the maximum mind muscle connection. Next is the dumbbell lateral raise. It's better to do it seated than standing, because if you do it seated, then you can't cheat in this exercise. And also focus on lifting the weight with your elbows rather than your forearm. The grip is just to hold the dumbbell, but you have to lift the weight with your elbows. The last exercise is the overhead tricep extension. This will target majorly the long head of the tricep, and while doing this exercise, don't flare out the elbows. Try to keep the elbows inwards and also control the eccentric part of the movement to get the maximum mind muscle connection. And before I go, I just want to tell one thing, that there is a particular quote which says that life is never fair. Life is very unfair. And also a lot of people say the same thing. And 3 years back, I also felt the same thing, because something very unfair happened in my life 3 years ago. The particular statement that life is unfair is absolutely not true, because life will only be unfair to you if you are unfair with other people's lives. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. I got scammed at that time and I didn't got what I deserved, but now I'm getting more than what I deserve, because in my whole life I was very disciplined and honest in anything I did. I never did anything wrong with other people, I can say that. And maybe that's why God has given me this opportunity, which is more than what I deserve. I'm so grateful for it, and I'll not take this opportunity for granted. So, see you guys in Australia. Bye.